Okay, next one, iToy Play. I got this in the iToy Bungle in 2003 with the camera, and I actually spent hours and hours playing this game because it was the early stage of motion capture play, and I used to have fun playing the kung fu bits. Yeah, good happy memories there. Soul Calibur 2. This is probably my favorite Soul Calibur out of the series. I don't have Soul Calibur 3, and I may pick it up on eBay someday. Yeah, since that was a PS2 exclusive. Okay, hold on. It's actually this is based on the three Spider-Man games for the 6th generation. Spider-Man 1, the movie game, Spider-Man 2, the movie, and of course Ultimate Spider-Man. This was actually my first PS2 game, Spider-Man, the movie game. I like it. It was a linear game, and I thought it could. This was actually Treyarch's early games, and I actually loved that. The whole city, the web swinging, face the Green Goblin, but I didn't like the stealth bits and Osborn's corporation bit. That really pissed me off a small bit. Spider-Man 2, I don't really like this since I know this was the first sandbox Spider-Man game, but graphics really put me off it. And usually that doesn't happen to me. But until Ultimate Spider-Man arrived, this was actually my favorite Spider-Man out of the tree, and not to mention you could play as Venomous for Venom in it, and and there's plenty of villains in there actually. For Catwoman, Shocker, and even Carnage is in there. But just play the game and you'll see what I mean. Okay, this is actually a series here that I'm a big fan of. WWE's the SmackDown series and SmackDown vs. Raw. Shut Your Mouth, excellent game. Here Comes the Pain. This is personally my favorite SmackDown game of all time. The first SmackDown vs. Raw. This is where the franchise got a reboot. And yeah, pretty bit underrated, but online. What were they thinking with the online though? 06, definitely a big improvement and probably the best last one out of the PS2. I know 2007 was on the PS2s too as well, but I started going on the 7th generation consoles on then starting with 2007. But I still need to just bring it. I'm missing that one though. That's the only gap I have left. Put these back. Yeah, he's starting to get full. Why? Okay, another series that I like. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where are we for? For WRC. There's something I just want to show you. Look. Fucking Sarah just gave me the WRC 2 disc. And this is supposed to be the original, not the sequel. He's had to give him bad feedback. I do have the case, but I don't have the actual game. But I will pick that up eventually. WRC 2, great game. WRC 3 is my favorite out of the series. WRC 4, it's good, but it's hard as hell though. Rally Evolved, this was the last best WRC games, and until Evolution Studios start making the MotorStorm games, which that I have the newest one, WRC 2010, on the PS3. But I wish he just got back into it. Killzone Collector's Edition. I just recently played this game, to get ready for Killzone 3. And when I look back at it now, I didn't really like it, to be honest. But I gave it a second chance, and it's a fair shooter. I mean, not a hero killer, but a fair shooter. Resident Evil 4 Collector's Edition. Well, limited edition. What can I say? This is what you call a good reboot, and this is what got me into the Resident Evil series. It's one of my favorite EA games. Def Jam Viper New York. Tell me, EA, you know when you did Icon, why could you do something like this actually? Because this is probably my favorite Def Jam game. And not mentioned, you know, the over the top moves, the funny quotes. You just got old, bitch. Yeah, no, I used to play the hell out of this game a lot, even if it's very violent. Now you actually got in trouble with this when I played this in my training center. They were saying it was too violent. Yeah, oh yeah. Getaway and Getaway Black Monday. Very good. This is actually very adult material, to be honest. This is something that's really up to par with the GTA in terms of violence and you know, adult themes. This is actually the first game that I actually experienced nudity in it as well, and the foul language and blah blah blah, and the violence. And Getaway 1 is still the best. Black Monday, decent. You know, I love going the undergrounds, the subways, but Sam, your stealth is horrible. Enough said. I like the ending of Black Monday though. Thought that was very good. Death to Rights, Namco's answer to Max Payne. It's over the top. You know, you like shoot, fight, shoot, use your dog. I like this game actually. Trees, the new reboot one, not that good. Okay, Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty and Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Very hard to choose actually. They're tied in some piece or something. I mean, 2. I do like playing as Ryder. I don't know why people don't like him. I thought he was badass though. Snake Eater, one of my favorite set piece moments with the boss, the chase with by the Shanghai, you know, the 60s style Metal Gear. I thought that setting was totally awesome. I love Metal Gear. Can I never give a good one. Can never disappoint me. Hey. The Jak and Daxter trilogy. Let's see now. Well, the first one is a truly classic. Second one is great, beautiful graphics, but my God, it's so hard game. There was one bit that I was stuck, and I hadn't played it in 5 years, and I regret not finishing that game because I should have put a bit more, should have been a bit more hardcore on that. Jak 3 is probably my favorite. I mean, difficulty was balanced. There was a ton of variety, and using the right Jak power, so it's actually pretty useful. Yes, I'm gonna say Naughty Dog. I always love their games, and I love the Uncharted series as well, which I can't wait for number 3. Another trilogy as well. And the Sly Cooper trilogy. Well, Sly Raccoon. It's very rare here in Europe, and it costs about nearly €40 on eBay. I guess it didn't sell well in Europe as it did in the States. Well, I love Sly 1, it's a classic. Sly 2, great follow-up. Sly 3, I like it slightly better than Sly 2, but not as much as Sly 1. Yeah, say Sucker Punch, you will. Yeah, can't wait for your Infamous 2. Whiplash, a very underrated platformer. Yeah, good game actually. Klonoa, I love this game. It's one of my favorite 2D to 3D platformer. It was all thanks to Pete Dorr who mentioned this game. Thanks, Pete. Another series. Ratchet 1, Rock and Loaded, number 3, and Ratchet Gladiator. If I pick one out of the 4, it would have to be Rock and Loaded, but 3 is definitely very close to it. It's very hard. I haven't made up my mind which one. Tree. I know Tree is the favorite though. People love Tree because of the because you know it was the first Ratchet game to have multiplayer. I know it had multiplayer and all that, but 2 is what started the RPG element, so it gets a little slightly thumbs up. But I did like the story in number 3 a bit better, and Dr. Mathias was just hilarious at the time. 1 was great. It's what started the whole franchise, and any Ratchet fan needs to own this game as well. Gladiator, they say it's the black sheep. It was good, but not all great though. But I do agree with what they say. It's typically a spin-off. Alright, just put these back. And we'll see The Devil May Cry 1, 3, and a special edition. DMC, awesome game, great game. This is why it would be one of my favorite Capcom games next to Resident Evil. Number 3, great game. Great game. This will be my favorites. I know it's hard. This version is the hard version. And you know, I really struggled on the second mission. Jeez, that was hard. That's why I got the special edition. You know, just to tone down the difficulty. Because I know I like hard games, but not something that's overly mega hard. The Suffering Tries That Bide. I need to finish this, the first Suffering, and then I need to play the sequel. I haven't played the sequel yet, so can't really comment on that.